Alright, guys, so let's review I Spit on Your Grave, the remake. And I watched the original I Spit on Your Grave for the first time and just reviewed it. And I really, really love the original I Spit on Your Grave from first watch. And I got this set where I've got all of them except for Deja Vu, which I'm going to eventually watch somewhere if I could find it. But as of now, physically, I've got all the other ones. And I Spit on Your Grave, the remake, is one that I didn't really know what to think going into it, because the first movie after I watched it, I was like, wow, this is really good and effective. And watching the remake, this one I think is a really good remake. I was actually pretty surprised in how great a lot of the stuff is. The thing that the original has up going against this one, in my opinion, is that the original one looks better. If that makes sense. Because I like how old movies look from the 70s and 80s with their cameras. This movie looks like it's a 2010 movie. It looks like it's shot that way. And it's not a negative, really, but it's like watching the original. I could definitely. I just love that style more, just how it looked from the 70s or 80s, and how it feels more real. This one has kind of like a gloss over the screen where like it's kind of just dark looking the whole time, as opposed to the original, which has just real lighting and like real what really is actually going on. There's no like filter over it, and that's a small complaint, but it's just one that I think is a difference that I really like more in the original. But this one though is interesting because the original movie, for its time, and still is considered a really controversial movie. Watch this one and then go, oh my god, like this is ridiculous. Like the original movie was from 78, so of course it's not going to be completely over the top graphic. But talk about graphic in this one. Like if you want a graphic version of the original, this one is the one to go with. You're going to see a lot of people getting cut, people getting their hooks in their eyelids, people getting shot through the butt, through the face, or something like a guy getting his penis cut off and stuffed into his mouth. Like that is ridiculous. It kind of to a point made me go, "Wow, this is not subtle at all." But after a while, I thought, you've got the original, which is more subtle, with like how she gets the guys and hurts them. In this one, it's to a thousand degree like spike in brutality. And the original one is brutal too. I'm not saying it isn't, because it is brutal with what she does with the rapists. But in this one, just how she gets these guys, it is just extreme. It is just ridiculous. And I'm not gonna say I didn't enjoy that. I like that. I thought it was fun, just how crazy it was. But also it kind of is its detriment to me because I like the original more for being more subtle. I don't have to have it be over the top ridiculous, but I still enjoyed it being over the top ridiculous. If that makes sense. And this one also adds using video cameras to have footage of them raping her, which is a plot point that she can use against them later, which I thought was interesting because it's of course in 2010 and not 78. And also it adds in a fourth rapist, and it's a cop that is of course crooked and does all these horrible things. And I those story elements added in, I guess, are fine. Like I didn't mind those. I just I liked the actress. I thought that she did a good job. I don't know what her name is, but I like the actress who just was so, like, she just did a good job of being psychotic and crazy. But of course, anybody who goes through a horrible traumatic experience like that is gonna probably go crazy like that. But I like that actress in this remake. I thought she did a good job. I thought all the acting was good. I thought that these people were, the rapists especially, were despicable and horrible, and they did a great job of being horrible, just like the original one. But the main girl, Jennifer, whatever the real actress's name is, I don't know, but she does a great job in this. She's really just conniving and sinister, and it's of course because of horrible things that happened to her. But I really, really liked the actress a lot. I thought that did a good job. So if you're looking at both these movies, the original and the remake, you get the original, which is more subtle, but still gross, And then you get the remake, which is to a T, like 1,000 degree spike in brutality and like gross out torture, as opposed to the original, which was torturous, but not in the same way. And it's just so weird to see both of these remakes back to back and watching them very closely back to back, because this one is solid. Like, I enjoyed it, but it's just such a different monster than the original one. Like, it's definitely so much more brutal and so much more violent, that I did enjoy it in some parts, but it's just a little more ridiculous to take in as opposed to the original. And I'm not saying the original isn't completely devoid of ridiculousness, but this one is way more ridiculous in my opinion. But it was enjoyable, it was fun. Just not as good as the original, but that's pretty much all I could say on this one. I'm really excited to see what the sequels are going to be like. I'm going to watch the Spit on Your Grave 2 next, and then 3, and then I'm going to watch Deja Vu, which I've heard is horrible, but I'm going to watch it just to see it because I'm a completionist. But yeah, I'm excited to see the rest of the franchise. I wonder where it's going to take me. So that is my review on the remake of I Spit on Your Grave. And tell me down below what you guys think of the remake, and thank you guys for watching.